Here is a statement that I think we all could agree with. Our age is a restless age. There is so much that's taking place that upsets the mind and the heart of people. Whether it's a war in Ukraine, or whether it's the reversal of the economy, or whether it's a politically charged environment with accusation and counter-accusation between candidates who are running off against each other. All of these things and many, many more make our age very restless. And so the question becomes, how can we find peace in a distressing age? And I think we found the answer. It's in Philippians chapter 11, Philippians chapter 4, verses 11 through 13. It says, and this is the Apostle Paul talking, I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content in whatever circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. And then he gives us the secret. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. One of the ways that this passage gets burned into my thinking is an old song that I used to listen to when I lived in New Orleans, Louisiana. My mother would play this song over and over, and it was sung by Mahalia Jackson, and I love the lyrics. And so I want to share them with you in this thought about how we can be content in any and every circumstance. Here is what it says. How many times have you heard someone say, if I had his money, I could do things my way? But little they know that it's so hard to find one rich man in 10 with a satisfied mind. Once I was waiting on fortune and fame, everything that I dreamed for to get a start in life's game. Then suddenly it happened. I lost every dime, but I'm richer by far with a satisfied mind. Money can't buy back your youth when you're old, or a friend when you're lonely, or a love that's grown cold. The wealthiest person is a pauper at times compared to the man with a satisfied mind. Now, I know that I'm speaking to retirees right now, and in most cases, if you're a retiree, in most cases, not all, but in most, there is more life in the rearview mirror than there is in the windshield. More sermons have been preached than will be preached. More people have been visited than will be visited. More students have been taught than we will teach. And we're in that season of life where we're reflecting upon what we have done and then what we want God to do for us as we live out the rest of our retirement years. And so this verse comes to mind in a very special way from that same song, A Satisfied Mind. When my life has ended and my time has run out, my friends and my loved ones I'll leave, there's no doubt. And then I love what the songwriter said, but there's one thing for certain, when it comes my time, I'll leave this old world with a satisfied mind. So retirees, let me say something to you. Before you leave, ask God to give you that satisfied mind. Like the Apostle Paul, who even though he was facing circumstances that he could not change, he said, I have learned the secret of how to be content. And how is it? To cherish a satisfied mind. May God bless you and be encouraged today.